Peace, family. Had some technical difficulties, as you'd say. Let's see what's up again. Okay. So, sent out the invite to the brother. Just gonna wait for him still. I mean, ain't no one in the room yet. I'm basically talking to myself. So, hope the family is all, feeling well within yourself, structurally. You got that binding element, which is that love, really, flowing through despite this hard time that it appears that we're living in. Peace to you, goddess. I don't even know who that is. I guess her name is going to come up soon. Blessed love, Lioness Ruby. Give thanks for your presence. Say blessed love back. I'm going to even give you a little wave, as that is a function, so I might as well use it. So today, family, we're going to have a build with a good brethren of mine. Actually met him over Facebook. That's to show you that these applications aren't just good for spying or whatever they use it for, but it's actually good for meeting individuals, in different parts of even, yes, the world. Yeah. Queen calling me, Queen trying to get my attention. Bear with me, family, just a moment. I'm on a live, I'm doing a live, mom. Yeah. Yeah. So we're back. So we're gonna have a bill. You know what I mean? It's like not very often you find bedrens even from the Caribbean and even from the States linking up. So we are Hotepu Honorable Hiruma do give thanks. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's not often you get bedrens from even the Caribbean and the States linking up. You know what I mean? It's like there is this intangible, this invisible barrier between us, preventing us from linking. And as I was saying, these applications, though many will say that it's used for even the government or the elites to even spy on us and take up our information, we can actually get good from it, because watch how I link up with the brethren, and the brethren still, being a member of Team Osiris on the horizon, still through reasoning bring about a lot of information to me and things even I wasn't aware of, or information I haven't stumbled across as yet. So I give thanks for the brethren, and hopefully, we can have a bill even in front of the family, really, because I got down some questions for him, just some general questions. I know many will be saying, probably because of the time that we're in, seeing things so dread on the black family and no work and the COVID thing, and it's like, we can just go straight into business. You understand? Because we get a lot of Oreos out in the place. So from that time till now, what I know of the brother is just heartical, divine love to him still. And yeah, we're just gonna continue the building, exchanging of energy, family. And I feel, and I encourage the family who, not only because you got family from the Caribbean and you're now living in the US, you have to reach out. You understand? It's just a reasoning, because I don't know nothing from the man. I know a lot of people, no disrespect and no downplay on my African brothers, but a lot of bedrooms, they really check me for finance on Facebook. You understand? And money, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing when the brother never touch on them level, it's just information and reasoning and building. So as I was saying, I encourage the family to try to link up with your brothers and sisters here in the Caribbean, any of the islands. It doesn't have to be here in St. Lucia. Any of the islands, you know what I mean? Because all of us here in the diaspora, that's why we entitled it Diaspora Link Up, we were just dropped off at different boat stops, family. Different boat stops, just like a bus stop, just like you board a bus and say you're going north or wherever, and they have different people who stop off along the way. The difference is, in our stops, it was basically involuntary. You know what I mean? We didn't want to stop there. We didn't even want to come here to begin with. You check it? But in so being, it was beyond our control, and as a result, drop off at different points, even till lastly till they got to the States. So ultimately, it's still coming down to Christopher Columbus still, because if he didn't do his error and stumble across the West Indies, according to him, do the same to East India, that slavery and that whole thing wouldn't have gone through, wouldn't have taken place. So I'm waiting for the brethren, give thanks everybody that's coming, big up Xavier Alexander, Sherry Monrose, Ijoma Valentine, and Lioness Ruby's been there from the start and she's still here, so I do give thanks. I do give thanks Uja Sineb, Life, Prosperity and Health. And yeah, I guess Azerbaijan is not there. I should basically have a build still in regards to December 21st. What do you think about that, family? December 21st. I mean, you're going to say what you'll think, in the comments. December 21st, 2020. Some people actually believe that the world is going to end. You know what I mean? And some believe that they're going to get some magic powers, probably to fly over the place. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what y'all think. I know there's a lot of information out there about it. A lot of the information, I like that. It's a date. It's a date. I like that. Oh, peace, bro. My brother is here, man. At least I don't have to go into that reasoning as yet. I don't know for any of the family who has, I guess you can just come in because I've sent you the invitation, right? So I guess you can just come in. Let me see what's going on. We'll get to it eventually, Goddess. Let me bring the brethren in so we could start this build. Let's see what's going on. And the family could meet him as well, So, phone is saying add in, so he's going to bring him on shortly. But we're going to get into that reason about Saturn and Jupiter and that conjunction on the 21st of December. We're going to get into that. As you know, we deal with astrology here, even at Melanated Empire. Even though I had to change my name, because you don't know, people don't thief my name already. So, don't know if the family know, the Empress and I have actually opened up a store in the south of the sweet island called St. Lucia, in the town. Printing on clothes. This is just me, when probably I just burn a thing and, some imagination just comes. So you see the giant K, Caribbean consciousness, stay woke. So the phone is trying to, I don't know what's going on. No answer from live video guests. Now, somebody go watch me, or man, not too much into the left brain thinking, too much into the logic and the scientific empiricism. I started to get screwed now. Not my fault. Because I tried to add the brother. First of all, when I started the first live, right? Going to invite the brother into the live, my phone's sticking. Since the time my phone not sticking. You check why I'm telling your family? Since the bamboo clock time, my phone not sticking. As soon as I try and run the live to invite the brother, you want to play with like you sticking. Facebook sticking, Facebook not responding. Then come out, end the program, the application, come back, restart everything, go and free up the phone, whatever. Trying to add the brother right now, you telling me no answer from the host. And me and the man just did a private video just to see if the thing working, And the thing work fine. So not because I cannot measure, not because I cannot perceive with my 5 senses to feel well like there is not some interjection negatively going on there. Come on, man. Something involved in there, something happening there. So it's not because we cannot use the scientific empiricism, which basically, if I cannot perceive it with my five senses, then it's not real. You check what I'm telling you? So there is something there. But our energy being that of light, guys, you cannot, it's only still a matter of time, you know. I hope the family understand what I'm saying. You know, if you don't understand, let me know. Still, I will to try what I can. But anyway, Alison Phillips, bless, 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 honorable, peace, peace. I like to say bless, because I like have something with the bless, guys. Actually, using some books to rest my phone. I don't really like using the bless again because I mean, for the family who knows, I used to be Bobo Shanti. So many will say, "Oh, Casa from that point in time, from Bobo Shanti to now, is like, mama, like it really changing, Casa, like what going on." But even when I was even now, it's not about that family. But I just have to bring it up. You check out the radio, now one might say I don't give it Rasta a break or whatever, but I mean, it was part of my journey, so I can speak about it if I choose. Bambo Klati, choose all as is up I make. And that was basically a broken French dialect pattern for the family that don't know. Yeah, Malik, I don't know what that's going on, Gaza. I see you can get in. I trying you again. I trying you again. It's telling me adding now. That's what I'm talking about. Peace and love, my brother, man.
Peace, brother. How you doing?
I'm all right, man, Malik. Say
Can you
peace
hear
to
me?
the family, man.
Peace and love to the family. How y'all doing, man?
Straight up, straight up, straight up. Yeah, I was just showing the family, man. Like I was there like whole day and my phone ain't been sticking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we tried to run this live, and then it starts sticking, it starts doing all kind of shit. So I'm like, yo, it's not because I can't really measure what's going on with the phone that doesn't mean that there isn't some negative energy influence
Oh,
going on.
definitely. Definitely.
You
I
see what I'm
agree.
saying? Yeah, man. So yeah, but I mean, give thanks. We conquer as usual, being children of the sun.
Yeah,
So
indeed. True indeed.
yeah, man. So let the family know about you, man. Your name, where you from. You know what I mean? You see that again? You see that again, family? I waiting for him to come through again. The bedroomers they're fine, you know. Bedroomers they're fine. Anyway, give thanks for the family that bear the patience. I mean, I know I stopped you from scrolling, looking at all them different posts, but admit it, family. Some of them memes and some of them posts are just repetitive, the same thing over and over and over. If you don't even have the right friends on Facebook, even your whole news feed is bullshit. So they're like when you go into that application, they're like you just wasted a bunch of time, really. So I give thanks for those who being the patience, who even stopping the urge of scrolling and even stayed with us, to try to get this through. But anyway, I was saying I don't like to really say blessed love, bless, bless again. Now it may come as a disrespect because one of the sects within Rastafari, that is the greeting that they use. Well, it was just a general discussion. It was just a general reasoning between the bedroom and I. Actually had some questions for him, Alazine Phillips. But as you see, we're having some technical difficulties trying to bring him in. And after the reasoning, I was going to have a bill in regards to the December 21st and Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. I was going to have a bill about that. But that wasn't up until after the live, after the bill with the brother. So let me try him again. He says, let me try him again. Let me see that.
Okay, cool.
All right. So we set now? We good now,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, we good. We good. I had to make sure my Wi-Fi went out for a second.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, really. Not on your
Yeah,
end and not on mine. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
hope so.
So yeah, so peace and love, brother. I mean, give thanks for linking up again. I was telling the people how such a good brother you are because I mean, we have never met physically, but we met
hmm
using this application. And
Yep.
ain't nothing but love, man. Ain't nothing but love and information. You get me?
Oh yeah, it's all love, man. Yeah, that's why I say, man, our generation in the diaspora and on the continent, we blessed because we got all these tools, all this technology. Ain't no excuse we shouldn't be building with one another, man. It's really not at this point.
True, man. True, man. True, man.
hmm
Yeah. So I was gonna say, so let the people know your name and where you're from, what you represent. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, my name is Malik Kamara. I'm a member. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm from the states. I'm a member of Team Osiris. We do a lot of work in the conscious community, trying to get out right information. Uh, I consider myself a Pan Africanist, and that's really it, man. I'm just for the advancement of the people, man, worldwide.
Straight up, straight up. Love hearing that, man.
hmm
So you say you from North America, right? In Carolina, right?
Yes.
Carolina. Okay, but then I see you put up some results from your DNA
hmm
like past month or so. Let's have a build on that. And what did those results say?
Okay. As far as the DNA, I did
Or, or should I ask first, like, why did you do the DNA test?
just to just really just to confirm what I already know, basically. Just because people will see when they take a DNA test or any kind of ancestry test, whether it's Ancestry DNA or 23andMe, you'll see that the DNA you have relates to the historical narrative, and there's no way to get around that. It's just just really just to debunk a lot of bad information that's going on out here.
And when you say the bad information, I'm getting straight at it. You're talking about the Aboriginal
Y-
information,
Yes, yes,
misinformation.
yes. It's false, man. All that's false. It really stems from a lot of self hate, I think, and things of that nature. It's crazy.
Brother Ngozi, brother Ngozi is in the building. Peace to you, brother. Peace and love to you, man.
Oh, peace, peace, peace. Oh yeah, bro, in here. That's what's happening.
Yeah, man. That's a God in the building right there, straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah. That's my right hand man. That's a good brother there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Good, good, brother. I had a
hmm
build with him some time ago. This brother is just off the charts, man. This
Oh
brother.
yeah, man. We all gotta keep this energy going. We can go in on my channel. We all need to get in and build one day, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep abreast to the uploads on your channel still. I think the last one you did was that old time religion.
Yeah.
That was fire in itself, man. That was
Yeah,
fire in
people been
itself.
enjoying that one. Yeah, we really, man, me, my brother Carlos and Ngozi, we was just building and we was like, you know what, we're gonna go live with this. It's just,
Straight, straight,
that's an
straight.
everyday build for us, man. We like to get it in.
I love to hear that, man.
hmm
So, what did those results say though, in
Uh
regards to your lineage and origin?
Depending on which test, I'm anywhere between 87 to 93% sub-Saharan African, autosomally. Most of my DNA is from the area that's now Ghana and the area of Sierra Leone and Liberia and Nigeria. That makes up DNA, most of my DNA autosomally. And as I said, that adds up with the narrative of the ports we was coming from Africa over here. And I also the part of my DNA I don't like to talk about. I'm also anywhere between 8 to 10% European. But again, that adds to the historical narrative of what happened to us as a people.
What?
So
Fact.
that's just part. That's just my case for. I know who my enemy is, and I know what happened to me, and they left my mark on me. But overall, I'm African, and that's
Yeah.
period.
I hear that. I hear that, man. So,
Hmm
what African cultures are associated with the places that you mentioned?
With my Sierra Leone and my Liberian DNA, that's mostly Mindi and Mandinka people, like the Timne and the the people from ancient Ghana or ancient Ouagadougou, the Soninke. Those are all Mindi groups. That's why you'll see me and Bro and a few of the other brothers, we say Mali over Babylon, because the Mali Empire ain't just the artificial borders that we see of Mali today where Timbuktu at. The Mali Empire stretched from the Mali we see today all the way to Sierra Leone and Liberia and even like the tip of northern Nigeria to a point. So all of that, man. If you what we call a Western Sudanic Creole or African American or a Caribbean, you got DNA from the Mali Empire, and
Strange.
that's a real kingdom that we had that our ancestors built. That I think we need to learn more about and do more research. That's why really why we push that. And
All
as
right.
far as the Nigerian DNA, that could be that's Yoruba, Igbo, the Hausa, the Fulani, and with the DNA from the Ghana, what they call Ghana today, most of that is a Khan. You know, I know a lot of brothers in the Caribbean. Y'all got a lot of that Ghanaian DNA, and I also have
DNA.
DNA from the. I also have DNA from the Congo, from the Bantu speakers like the Bakongo and people like that. And that's why we call the people of diaspora, my brother Ngozi and my brother Gullah Geechee from Team Osiris. We came up with we Western Sudanic Congo Creole because
Congo.
that really
Yeah.
that really maintains who we are as a people over here in the diaspora. So yeah,
Western
that's
Sudanic
basically it.
Congo Creole.
What was that, brother?
So you said Western Sudanic Congo Creole?
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Indeed.
deep classification, man. Still.
Yeah, that's our tribe over here in the diaspora. That's the brothers in North America, the Caribbean, Canada, South America. That's all of us, man. That's we see, and that's the thing, man. That's why I'm glad we're doing the show today, cause we all the same people at the end of the day. And like Dr. Clark said, the only thing that separated us is a boat stop, and we've let foreign cultures and foreign languages separate us and look at each other different, and we all the same people at the end of the day.
I hear that. I hear that, man. I
Hmm
hear that. That's it talking. Yeah, but it's a good thing that you got that technology to even do these tests up in the States because down here we ain't even got that, bro.
Oh
There's
man.
there's a place called the National Archives, right, where you can
Hmm
actually pay some money and try to get your family tree built. And they said to me they don't even have all the information here in St. Lucia. Some of it is in Martinique. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
So
crazy.
yeah, because again, Martinique being French, St. Lucia being an island was colonized. They say 7 times British and 7 times French. So it's like
Mm.
some of the information in regards to the history, what pertains to the island, we can get it in the French borders, let's just say. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I got to trace that lineage and that information, we even have to check Martinique for the rest of that information because they can only get up to some point, you know.
Mm.
And they go off of, at least with y'all, they probably have to swab you, right? They have to
Yeah.
swab you and
Hmm
everything.
Yep.
Yeah. But us here in the Caribbean, they will take your name, your parents' name, your grandparents' name, right? And probably your great grandparents' name, and they can stretch back all the names back to the actual location and the specific, state in Africa
That you came
where
from.
you're from. Yeah, just on name alone, just on surname alone. You get me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so it's kind of like resourceful because we don't have to do the swap because we were sort of like the first stop. They can
Yeah.
go just according to names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Y'all.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's what a lot of people don't know, man. Like the Caribbean was the first stop, and that's why I be against some of these movements that brothers in here in America have, like foundational Black American and things like that, because it's like it's really stupid because we was in the Caribbean before we came to the mainland. So, we still got family over there. Like my haplogroup EM33. When I took the DNA test, it says it's mostly in the Bahamas after it came from Africa. And when I checked the website with the slave voyages, most of the ships that came to South Carolina were from the Bahamas, were from Jamaica. So as I said, man, we all the same people, and that's a good resource y'all have that you can trace all the way back to the specific port that you came from on the continent. That's powerful.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, man. You get me? But again, I mean, the price is not bad. You get me? The price is not
Hmm.
bad. But then most people here in St. Lucia ain't even gonna bother with that. Like, like I don't even know, man. They don't even care about that shit.
Yeah,
Well, like all
it's the
about is the
same here with
sauce.
some people in the states.
Yeah, but at least, well, we seem to kind of have that perception as though, like, people are more, how would I say, like open-minded from the States, but like down here, yo, I mean, you get the ignorant people everywhere, but like down here, people don't really even care about that, yo. It's just a selected few you will get that's probably trying to get out and get to that information to really see what's going on and know the history, and hence know where they're going to, you know. Protect my- So I think the next question I have for you is because I think time we reason you said where you live in your neighborhood, right? They got about four
Hmm.
churches just around the corner.
Yeah, man. I live as I said, I'm from South Carolina. It's the Bible Belt, brother. I mean, yeah, Christianity is that's the culture
Okay.
here, basically. I mean, I grew up in the church myself when I was young, so yeah, churches everywhere.
Okay. But some will say like though we say we sort of woke now, right? We were raised in
Hmm.
the church and we didn't actually turn out too bad. So like why do we put such pressure on the religion called Christianity?
Uh, just because people need to know how we got it. That we got it through foreign contact, and that it's not our culture. And a lot of that stuff is retellings of old stories that's been filtered through. Like the narrative we got today really is a Greek narrative. A lot of people don't know that. Like we don't got the narrative that the people living in the Levant in ancient times in the Middle East. We ain't got the narrative they followed. That narrative we got been filtered. It's been filtered a million times. The Greeks filtered it, and now we reading out the King James version. The Western Europeans filtered it. So it's just the people just need to know the history of what they're dealing with.
True, man. True.
Hmm.
Facts, facts, facts. Because again, I mean, well, I've heard some black scholars say that, that religion thing in terms of spirituality, that's not important. Like we should only be fixed upon the economics, you know. But in my view, I think black people are really a spiritual people first. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And if they got that understanding correct, I think, they will just aspire to everything else.
Yeah, I agree with that. Spirituality, symbolic thought started in Africa, man. So we always been a spiritual people. We always use symbolism and things of that nature. So yeah, just
Mhm.
saying people, and we should work with economics and science and technology and all that stuff. But as a people, we included all that with our spirituality. All that was one. When you look back in Africa, from the indigenous African standpoint, it should be no separation
Straight, straight, straight.
in any of that.
I, I hear that, man. You're going in and out though, I think. Or probably it's me.
You froze.
Yeah, yeah. I think it should.
You froze for a second, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You froze as well. That's why I thought it was on my end. So are we good now?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we good now.
Yeah. All right, all right. So yeah, so go on. You were actually saying before it stopped.
Yes, I was just saying, that you were saying about people saying we should just focus on economics and not focus on the spirit. Coming from an African standpoint, spirituality was part of culture. Like economic spirituality, politics, all that went hand in hand. So I don't see why you should be able to focus on all of that. You know, it should be no separation.
True, man. True, man. Facts, bro.
Hmm.
Facts. But why do you think it's difficult for, you know, the family from the States to link up with us here in the Caribbean? What's causing that divide, you think, from
Uh,
your perspective?
Man, at the root, what caused that divide really is, man, is white supremacy. Like we think we're different because we speak different. You know, some people speak French, some people speak English, which are all your Indo-European languages. We really, a lot of people don't have knowledge of self and have forgotten who they are, and a lot of people don't see themselves as African. See, if everybody seen themselves as African, we'd realize we was the same people at the end of the day. And you know, that's why I think people, brothers with knowledge of self, like me and you, and you know, they know who we are. We need to link up and be that example and show people like, look, this is what happened to us, and the only way we're gonna fix it is unity. At the end of the day.
True, man. True, man. Yeah, because I'm seeing, like, with some of the resources you guys
Hmm.
got up there in the States and the information. Because as I told you the last time, we ain't even got that many libraries. You
Yeah.
see, we only got like
Hey, you
not
you
even
tri-
libraries. I'd say one and a half.
one day
You get
you
me?
one day you tripped me out, bro, and you said you couldn't order the Book of the Dead because they thought it was a spell book, and I was like, whoa, that's wild. Yeah, that's that's
Yeah, man.
wild.
They're colonizing the information, bro. It's
Yeah,
like they
that's
want
that's
us to
crazy.
remain, yeah, they want us to remain backwards in regards to that sort of information. So, um, what do you call it? The customs and exercise, the border control, they wouldn't let certain books pass because they actually think probably it might cause or stir up some uprising against the people,
Hmm.
for the people against the government. So they're not going to let these books pass, and they don't really want us to get to know who we are.
Who you are?
You get
Yeah,
me?
man.
What we used to do before slavery. And the cost of these books, bro, because the currency down here is what they call Eastern Caribbean dollars,
Hmm.
and it's like $2.70 or 75 cents for $1. So it's almost
Hmm.
$3 to $1. So a book that might cost you probably like $20, right? That book that cost you about $20 will cost me probably like 60 something.
Yeah.
I still got to pay shipping and I still got to pay to clear when it passes.
Oh yeah, that's
So
what. Yeah, they trying to colonize, like you say, colonize the information. See, that's one
yeah,
thing I
yeah,
will say. That's a blessing about living in the States is access to information. That's something I think a lot of people, and that's what I'm saying with all these Aboriginal and movements and stuff like that. They're taking for granted the access to information we have here. Like it should be no excuse. So yeah, I'm glad. See, yeah, I'm gonna share that with the brothers. Like we blessed to have access to information here. I will say that.
true, man, true, man. Yeah. So I just going through the comments there, and there was one brother that asked, looking for his comment. Don't even know if he's still watching. What are your thoughts on the unification of Africans at home and abroad? Also, the quest to regain full economic control of Africa's natural resources and stolen ancient scrolls and artifacts. That's a
Oh, that was a
deep, long
question.
question.
Um, I'm as I said, I'm a
Go,
Pan Africanist, and I'm with all that. You know,
go,
I'm with,
go on, bro. Let me just attend to sign there, yeah. But go on with the reason.
okay. Yeah, I'm with yes, I'm 100% with the unity for brothers at home and abroad and the control of the resources. As I said, I'm a Pan Africanist. I consider myself a Garveyite. I think we should do for self all the things our elders taught, man. Honestly.
Yeah, my brother was well. I was checking on a bedroom there still. So yeah,
Okay.
so you know, what are your thoughts on the unification of Africans? I mean, that is just okay. I used to have this reasoning with an atheist brother. Right now,
Hmm.
I actually got to learn he's a Christian atheist.
Hmm.
Does that term actually make sense to you, or have you come
Hold
across
on.
someone like?
He said he's a Christian atheist.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes no sense. Uh,
yeah.
just because the root of atheist is atheos, which means no deity. So I don't see how you can be a Christian and an atheist. That's wild.
Yeah. Well, the definition says you agree with, um, you sort of agree with the works of Christianity as to what
Hmm.
it has done, what about, but you do not necessarily believe the storyline or the myths, but you can actually see its essence and see the
So
benefits of it.
he like basically he like the philosophy and he like the teachings of Christ or whatever, but he just don't believe in the story.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. I wouldn't call him an atheist, but I can see where he's coming from though.
Okay. Well, he basically stated that at no time did black people do anything as a monolith, right?
Hmm.
As in, let's just say like the whole of Africa has never really come together to do anything. Like it's always been in parts and separate, just separate tribes or separate nations that may achieve or
Hmm.
do something.
I mean, yeah.
So,
I mean, I do agree that we always had our separate kingdoms and our separate ethnic groups and all that. But that's also part of the reason we in the position we in now, because we didn't see each other as one. See, now don't get it wrong. Europeans had a tribalism and a nationhood as well. But when it was time to do business and it was time to scramble for Africa and oppress Africans, they came together. So my thing is,
I
with
hear you.
pan looking back at it now, we should be pan Africanists and be together because that's the only way that we're gonna get any kind of power again. See, pan Africanism stems from what happened to us and us not being unified. So that made our
Mm,
elders look back and say, okay, we got to come together as one.
facts.
Now, a lot of the empires in Africa were different tribes that came together, but far as the continent being never been unified as one, I agree with them on that
Yeah,
historically.
yeah, yeah. So in that statement, what the brethren is asking the Alizane Phillips is the unification of Africans. I I don't think I will ever aspire to or look forward to the whole of Africa like just sharing just one thought. You get
Yeah.
me? Because we
Hmm.
got millions of people there, man.
Oh
You
yeah.
understand? But just as you say, if something needs to be done, just as when it came time to oppress the Africans, that the whole of Europe came together, we
Yep.
should be able to do the same thing. And that, I think that move and that step is what will bring that paradigm shift for us universally as Black people.
Yeah. I agree, 100%, brother. Yeah, because like I say, the European, he got his beefs. The French might not like the British. The German might not like the British. But when it's time to come together and do business and maintain white supremacy, they come together as one. So yeah,
Facts,
that's how we got to look at it.
facts, facts. The brother said, "New Africa or perish,"
Yeah.
New Africa
Yeah,
or
I
perish.
agree.
Yeah. That means we'll have to get rid of a lot of the heads of states in Africa, really, because a lot of them are puppets to
Yes,
the
they are.
Europeans. You
Yes,
know what
they
I
are.
mean?
That's why when I build with real conscious brothers on the continent, that's the first thing they say. They say their leaders are the problem and that they puppets. So yeah, I agree.
Wesu Heruma had said, "We must remember that the borders were not our creation," and
Oh
that's
yeah,
true.
definitely.
That is facts right there. You understand?
Oh
But
yeah.
then again, though though the borders were not created by us, because we had the different tribes, it can be perceived sort of as a border in reality still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The division of Africa and the land itself, came about
Yeah.
through the colonialism, the Berlin Conference.
Oh yeah, I agree
Yeah,
100%. The borders we see today are purely colonial. But pre-colonial Africa, like I said, you had the Mali Empire, you had the Songhai Empire. Like I'm sure they had their own border points to where their kingdoms and things ended. But the borders we see today, yeah, that's pure. No, those are fictional.
facts, facts, man. Yeah, but let me hit you with a different question. I mean, we don't go into the reason. I think that's probably the last question, really. Um, so what do you think differentiates Team Osiris from the others in the conscious community?
What separates Team Osiris from the others in the conscious community? We try to maintain integrity with our mode of reporting information. We try
Teach.
to vet all sources. I'm not biased when it comes to sources because I found correct information about Africa from European sources before, and I found false information from so-called black sources before. So you got to learn how to vet. We vet all information. Uh, we maintain that we African at the end of the day. You ain't gonna hear us changing up like some of these other groups out here. Um, we
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not gonna say other groups don't, but we have a genuine love for the people that I think a lot of groups are missing. You'll never see Team Osiris ask for money or anything like that. Like you see a lot of groups out here. If I put my cash app up, it's purely for books to deliver more information, man. And
Straight.
and I think we Team Osiris, I think we respected in the community. I think people got a lot, even people that don't like us respect the information we bring.
Straight, man. Team Osiris on the horizon, bro.
Yeah, all day.
Straight. Straight. But yeah, so I think I'll set up the reasoning there, you know. I think the last question will be uh just before we did this slide, probably like half an hour, you had a
Mm-hmm.
status which said the devil planted fear in the black babies.
Mm-hmm.
What's that about?
Um, okay. Well, shit, I'm gonna start from the top. And African Americans, we built our own cultures here, and part of the culture that people like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and hold on, the father Brontuals. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm
Peace,
back.
peace, peace, Kinto, Fa Motola. Pardon me, family, if I miss your names. I mean, I'm so into the reasoning. But my brother just, as he got the call, my bedroom from St. Lucia put up a status saying Timo Cyrus can be a little too left brained.
Hey, I, hey, I want that brother to subscribe to my channel, Descendants of Old Molly. I mean, we teach spirituality too, man. See,
I
he got
think
to
I sent it
he
to
got to
him already.
tune in.
I think I sent it to him time ago
Yeah,
still, but
yeah,
I'll resend it to him. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. Nah, we
But very analytical, he says. Yeah, I mean, but okay, generally speaking, right? Again, you know, some might call this shit pseudo, but generally speaking, um, the science and the facts and the logic and all the
hmm
sources is predominantly left brain, right?
hmm
That's just facts, right? Um, but to me, in my understanding, because many might not share the same view, I think because of the age that we're going into, celestially, being the age of, the Aquarian age, the age of information, as they say, we will get a lot of that. We'll get a lot of that. Like, people will deal basically with just facts and sources and primary sources, and they ain't want to
hmm
hear nothing but show me your sources and show me your sources and where you get that and where, you know what I mean? So we come
Uh-huh.
into that age where there will be that overload of information, and to some degree, you kind of have to be very analytical in regards to that.
Yeah,
But I'm just afraid, personally, I'm just afraid that um, we may get too left brain and then sort of forget about the right brain when it should
hmm
really be balance. You know what I mean? And to
yeah,
me, that's what I think that um, Team Osiris, to some degree, has over the other conscious community groups. I'm going to be
yeah,
straight up because
yeah.
you
Like
actually get that. some attention.
Yeah, I want. I see the comments. And, I respect Brother Wasir's work too. I want to tell him that while he's watching. I really do. I like how he's trying to reform Rastafarianism and things of that nature. I respect that.
Yeah.
And
I have a bill in regards to that still,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. We'll get it in one of these days. Hmm. And
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, we man, be on. I want you and Brother Wasir and all the brothers that's into spirituality to be on the lookout because me and Brother Ngozi got something called the Baraka movement that we putting together, and we're gonna be teaching spirituality and getting into all that, man. Because that's the thing. We deal with all that. See, the only thing about here in the States, you got to be analytical because it's so much false information out here, man. Like
I hear that.
it's that's where that Aboriginal movement and all that comes from. So we really be beating it, have to beat that stuff up. So that's why it seems like that. But yeah, just be on the lookout.
Okay. In the video, that old time religion you did, you guys are speaking about some book. I don't think you gave the title of the book. You just said it's a book which speaks about the Bantu cosmology. Do you have the name of
Yes,
that book?
yes, African cosmology of the Bantu Congo.
I know if you're taking notes, family, I myself writing, not feel well, like, yeah, straight up. Yeah, bro. So I think you were going in about the post you made, the Black Babies post. And I think we
Oh
just,
yeah, yeah, yeah. In the culture that we have here in North America, it's like I was saying, that a lot of our elders brung us, when we was dealing with Islam, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and people like that, they called the European, the devil, you know. That's what we was that's what we seen as that as in the 1930s because, he was hanging people from trees, he was burning crosses, all things like that. So when you say the devil planted fear inside the black babies, he did, from putting our ancestors on ships and beating us and hanging us, and with we got PTSD now. A lot of us, the youth are scared. They don't want to. They don't want to study. They don't want to know who they are and things of that nature. So people like us, we breaking that cycle and getting this information to the people and breaking them out of that fear and trying to give them some knowledge of self.
facts, man. Like Dr. Henry Clark said, we kind of like the sacrificial generation which come to do things differently.
That's
And
right.
hopefully
Yeah.
those after us will follow in our footsteps.
Oh yeah, Dr. Clark. Yeah, Dr. Clark. That's my master teacher. I consider. Yeah,
Straight
I'm
up.
with all Dr. Clark quotes.
I got a lot of them still, a lot of the master
Yeah.
teachers, man. You don't even know.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, Brother said something about if we could explain deja vu. But it is said that these laws phenomena are only laws not yet learned. Fear depletes the vital minerals in mitochondria of the white blood cells. This over a period of time makes it a person, but okay, that's probably a bit too far off. But yeah, since you said they install they instill the fear inside of us, what do you think really can get rid of that fear?
Um. Study, studying our history. Uh. Seeing that we didn't come from nothing and things of that nature. Meditation. Just getting to know yourself, knowledge of self, man. That's what broke it for
Facts,
me.
facts. As they said, I don't know if you've come across the three knowings really within the Hermetic understanding, they say, which, sort of came from ancient Egypt. Um, because we always hear know thyself, man know thyself. But
Hmm.
there's attached to it. It says, man know thyself, know the universe, and then you'll know God, really,
God. Yep.
for lack of a better term.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I want to say peace and love, and thanks for taking time out, man. I mean, we've had this interview, we've been planning this, I think, for over a month or 2 months now,
Months
and it
now.
only seems to be coming up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You caught me today. I was on the way home. I said, yeah, let's do it, man. We got to do some more, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Hey
also have
man, we
to
going
do
I want to do
goals
one
as
on my
well.
I want to do one on my channel with me, you, the brothers from the Baraka movement, brother Ngozi, and you and brother Wasir, man. We can get it in on African spirituality and all that. I really want to do
Yeah,
that.
man. Well, just set a date and let us know still, you get me?
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll try and see what we can do, man. Because I'm guessing the people is loving it because we've have the probably the same people from the time I've come across from the time
Yeah, I
I've come
seen
on.
that. I said we ain't lost a viewer yet, so I said, man, we
Yeah,
getting it in.
yeah. But I did actually put the ending of the reasoning had to be in regards to the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. What do you
hmm
think? What
Um,
do you think about
I haven't. See, I don't study astrology too
it? Okay.
much, but I do know, being an African of the ancestors, they were master astronomers and master astrologists, and it's almost the winter solstice too. And that's very important to African people, whether you're talking about the Ramesh and Kemet, or whether you're talking about our Dogon brothers and sisters. So I think that's very important, and I'm ready to see it myself. I hope it's a clear day that night, so I can see it.
Everything going on. Facts, facts, facts.
Hmm.
Well, from where I am, because we're basically in the Tropic of Cancer, which is 23.5 degrees above the equator.
Hmm.
So I've been seeing these two planets, I mean, for over like 3 weeks, over a month now. You get me?
Hmm.
Thing I'm gonna said, explain why the name Barack Movement. Explain why the name is Barack Movement, I think she wanna say.
Baraka is Baraka. It actually comes. The word comes from Kemet. It means to bow or to kneel to
Barack.
give thanks.
Baraka.
Yeah, it's come. The name, the word is from Kemet. It means to bow or to give thanks,
Okay, okay.
and
Facts.
this is
Shout out to
giving thanks to nature, giving thanks to life, and knowing that you part of the all in all.
yeah, yeah. All right, facts. That's good vibe. Yeah, so what I'm saying, yeah, I mean, I study astrology, probably not in depth as I should, because I always try to give the secular information, that research and that study as well. But
Mhm.
some people say that astrology is fake, but astronomy is real. What do you think about that? Like,
Uh, I wouldn't say that astronomy. I wouldn't say that it's fake. Like I say, I don't study it enough to say whether it's fake or not. But I do
okay,
think that the energies from the you. At the end of the day, people are made of stardust. So, and I could prove that. We could prove that scientifically. That the same
scientific.
things that make the stars, the same elements that make the stars, the same elements that make you. So to say that celestial bodies don't affect the energies on the planet, to say that's totally false would be crazy. So I
Ah,
would never say that.
that's what I'm talking about. Now,
Yeah,
from
see
time
that's
Timo
and that's
Osiris,
and see
I can
yeah,
definitely
and
also.
see and that's what separates Team Osiris right there. See, when you understand science, you can't call everything pseudo because you don't have enough information. You know what I mean? So I don't study it
Okay.
enough to say whether it's false or not. But see, now I'm gonna have to hit my astronomy and astrology books and go in.
Facts, facts. So yeah, I mean this conjunction, I mean, some people think, they're gonna get spiritual powers. Some people think it's the end of the world. Some might think they're gonna be flying about the place. I mean, you get, a lot of
Yeah,
misinformation, as you said.
yeah,
You know.
misinformation. Yeah, see that's really the only time I come off too analytical when people start talking like that. Then I'm like, okay, I got to burst a bubble because they, like that's too much. Like the ancestors, the ancestors were astronomers and astrologers for specific spiritual and specific scientific reasons. Like a lot of that stuff they talking about is European thought when you start talking like that. Honestly.
Straight, straight, straight. So, I mean, with that understanding, the guy said, who named the planets as we know them today? Okay, so if we're gonna attack this Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, we want to try to understand. the sentence in itself, right? So both
Hmm.
Saturn and Jupiter are planets. But obviously, those names came from the Europeans, which I think Wesu Hirimat replied to him. You know what I mean? So again, we not knowing our own culture and our history, we don't know what the ancestors referred to the planets as. You
Exactly.
understand? And obviously, if I'm reading a book and it's speaking about the fifth or the sixth planet, it will be named Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah.
So I see sometimes we kind of really need to, because them kind of reasoning there, I think that's just a waste of time. That's all. Them
Yeah,
kind of
that is.
reasoning.
See, when brothers
You
get
know?
on that, like, oh, that's a European word. I'm like, well, I speak English, so like, what what else am I supposed to call it? I don't know. I don't know what my ancestors 2,000 years ago called it. You know, I can find out
Yeah,
their
I was
knowledge
saying no
about it.
disrespect. Yeah, I was saying no disrespect, but I'm saying like them kind of questions there. You understand? We do not know what the ancestors call the fifth and the sixth planet away from the sun. You understand? So true, those are the names that we know today, and we speak English. Those are the names that we will use. You
Yeah,
understand? Now,
and even if I know the African name in common conversation with most of our people, if I'm gonna go over their head if I call it that. But if I say Jupiter or Saturn, they know exactly what I'm talking about. You
what
know,
I'm
when
talking
you
about.
when you teach and you got to teach. So when you teach, you got to teach in a way a baby can understand. So of
You
course,
get
if I'm building with my brothers that got knowledge, yeah, we can talk the African languages all day. But if I'm just trying to teach my people, I got to use what they know, and then I can teach them the ways of the ancestors as we go.
okay. Now, the astronomy and astrology, some people say astronomy being the study of the stars in regards to their positions, if they are part of a particular constellation, they say
Hmm.
that is real. But astrology, where these celestial bodies, as you said, the energies don't affect us here on Earth, I mean, that's silly, as you say. Because the moon, in a cycle of 28 days, we have our females, the
Yep.
divine goddesses, we have the exact same cycle to
Hmm.
ovulation, the menstrual cycle. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, the moon affects water, and it's just, like the sun, it affects the male as well, because every morning, I swear every morning I have an erection. You know, I mean, straight up. So it's like, yeah, it's a real talk. So, and again, without the sun, I mean, the sun is responsible for giving life through its electromagnetic spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
to all life forms here on Earth,
Yeah, that's
be it
why
the
in Kemet,
fungi,
that's why in Kemet they knew Ra was the power. Ra is the power behind creation.
facts,
Yeah.
fact.
Hmm.
Because many will see Ra as just the sun, but it's not really the literal sun, but
Yeah,
that
nah.
that,
Yeah,
that intangible, that
the
invisible light,
actual
really.
the actual sun disk. See, that's how you know when somebody really know Kemet. The actual sun disk is the I-10. They had a name for the even before Akhenaten started worshiping the I-10. They already had that name for it. So yeah, Ra is the actual power behind the sun, and when you get into Amun Ra, that's the hidden aspect of the power behind the sun.
True, man. So I don't know whether you've come across in the Bible and basically in different historical cultures, say as when we get those people who worship Dionysus and Mithra, for
Hmm.
example. Um, I don't know if you know the correlation in regards to the narrative they give us of the Jesus the Christ in the Bible.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Hmm.
you've seen the similarity in regards to that. So the December 21st that a lot of people think is going to end is basically just the sun going to its most southern point.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
understand? It's
Yeah.
going
At
to
the time
remain
of the
there for
solstice.
2 days.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a winter solstice. So up in the northern hemisphere, you have more darkness than you have light.
Yep.
You get me? Even down here, it gets dark really quickly. Like probably by 5:30 going to 6, it done dark already. You see what I'm saying?
Cause
So it's
it's
just the
five
sun.
it's five
Go ahead.
fourteen here. Yeah, it's 5:14 here, and the sun going down. Hmm.
Yeah. So it's just the sun at its most southern point. That's all it is on December 21st, and it's going to remain there for 3 days. Now, the
Yep.
thing is, at that very same time, those two planets, because again, when you go according to the ancient cultures, it is said that Jupiter rules the Piscean age.
Yeah.
You understand? And Saturn is actually the ruling planet of the Aquarian age. So
Hmm.
a lot of people perceive, well, like because we having this transition of ages and because the planets are going to make a conjunction with Earth, that they're going to get some mysterious power. It's just a time where, it's just some energies coming in. I mean, those energies given off by those planets are what you refer to as prominences. So, you know what I mean? It's just an understanding where we have to actually embrace these energies, use it as a time of reflection or what have you, because what's going to happen there happens every 20 years.
Every
The
20
last one
years,
was,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So probably the ancestors use it as a time measurement, you can say, but still not withholding the understanding that these planets actually release the prominences. Now, as you said, what we have here is really Greek culture.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if we go according to Greek culture, we'll see Kronos, who ate all of his children. Um, when it came to Zeus, his wife actually gave him a stone instead, I think it was. She gave him a
Yeah.
stone so that he could eat Zeus, and then Zeus became the king of the gods. So Zeus
Yep.
kind of killed his father. So it's sort of, we can say it because Greek mythos never actually happened. So we can see it's actually a celestial event which is happening, and they just put it in story form.
Yeah.
Just give it some sort of narrative. You understand?
Yeah, that's
So
exactly.
yeah, so the world's not gonna end. I don't feel nobody going to be flying about the place. You know what I mean? But in regards to, let's say, your ability to speak things into existence, like the time frame it would take, I would think things would materialize more because we come into a heightened knowledge of self. And when you know self, man, the possibilities are endless, man.
Indeed,
Straight.
bro. Indeed. Like I
Yeah.
said, man, I hope it's a clear night. I'm probably gonna, light me some incense and meditate, man. Something like that. Tap in. That's all I like to
Facts,
do.
facts, facts. But my brother said the menstrual cycle isn't natural. When a woman's body becomes alkaline, her menstrual cycle goes away. That is true. I've seen actually I think I came across a reasoning, some goddess reasoning in regards to that, But the woman, even though that cycle goes away, her body, right, scientifically, will release an egg every so and so days, family. It's just an understanding. She probably doesn't have to bleed because the bleeding comes through the hemorrhaging, as they say. Um, yeah, reasonably bedroom. Check on Coffrey, Troy Brathwaite. That is the doctor there. Pro- Proliferating Dr. Sebi's work still, Um, peace and love to his name still. Yeah, family. So it's just an understanding. Yeah, I understand, man. His laptop died on him, family. He just messaged me. I myself got to make a move to go and pick up the Empress. I want to say peace, love, and give thanks for all who stayed with us during the reasoning. And um, yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep doing this off and on, family. I don't like to set a date to things because you see here in the Caribbean, as though time itself, time trying to control us and trying to rule over us, but like we're still moving according to our own time still. I just don't understand. It's just something just different. I don't know if it's the 23.5 degrees in the Tropic of Cancer and the Earth itself tilted at 23.5 degrees. I don't know if that is having an effect upon us, but it's like we're moving in some kind of frequency still. And I give thanks to that. I just hope my people within time will awaken within their consciousness and even step up and raise the vibration and becoming a better version of themselves. Because I mean, we rule our destiny. Even if I'm in a small place like St. Lucia, we can really make a difference. They have us so caught up within the trying to get a job and work to get money and just you feel your whole life you're just there working to just make money and just die and that's it. Come on, man. You have a higher calling, family. You have a higher calling. And I feel it's time if we just take a minute, sit back and you know reason within yourself, meditate. Don't have to be on herb. Yeah. Because that is just an enhancer even to for the neurotransmitters because it actually contains photoreceptors which add to those in your brain, which is why we see sometimes when a man burn, you might see him sometimes might his senses are heightened, so he'll go within a different state of reasoning. Next story right there. But thanks for being with us, family. Thanks for the bill. As we say, we're gonna continue doing this. I don't like to set a time. As I said, we just move according to how the vibration frequency goes. Winter solstice, Saturn and Jupiter. I mean, Saturn deals with we have responsibility, it deals with justice. It also deals with time because remember he was called Chronos and Chronos is father time. Um, Time again because the 666, though they say the 666 is the carbon molecule, you still get 666 in regards to time Because you have 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, and 24 hours in a day. When you add the 402, you still get 6. I mean, some might call it geometry, some might call it numerology, but all of that is just basic science still. You understand? So we have a lot of ancient cultures, dark cultures, you can see, which venerated the planet Saturn. You know, so to them, while we see in the age of Aquarius as the age of enlightenment, the sort of balance or tipsy side to that is these individuals, the dark ones. Well, I don't really like to call them dark, because still I don't want you to reflect and think, oh, but we dark and you still calling people dark. Just get the understanding. It's light versus darkness, right? These dark ones, they actually venerate the planet Saturn. That's why we had the Saturnalians, okay? And even the Christmas is still, you can say the Saturnalia, the holiday, some will still say it is Christmas today. You understand? So these people who oppress us, the first race, right, as a people, is like they know the celestial powers family. It's just us that don't have time to pay attention to these things. These people know of these things. These things fall within the 11 universal laws. Okay, so it's like when you know how to manipulate that energy, because you mean to tell me they have a god up to now, and all the oppression we get in, all the oppression we get in from the white people. Up to now, you pop up yourself. Up to now, you come on this in and say, guys, judgment on all of y'all, step out of y'all doing it to the black people and look, take that. Or, something like nothing. And then we'll say our only solace or sort of, comfort zone would be, well, they will answer for it like after. To me, there is still a Christian thing attached to that. You should be saying you have to know the energies and how to manipulate it, family, to suit you still. And we need to come together, even as on a small island as St. Lucia, our little conscious community, you can say, need to come together to even make changes, guys, because we are the sacrificial generation, as Dr. Henry Clark said. So whatever we do differently, our youths and the rest after us will follow in those same footsteps, family, and that's how we can actually begin to make that change. Because if not, we will be stuck and still in the same situation. Look, COVID come there, and COVID put everything still backward. How much businesses had to close down, and you know what I mean. So really and truly, the savior you're looking for, you need to get rid of that savior complex. The savior you're looking for, go in the mirror and look. That is the savior. And if you see a righteous brother and sister on the road, that is the savior as well. Because sometimes something you need, sometimes it's that brother or sister that provide it to you or deliver you from a situation. So we are our own saviors, family. You see, we are our own saviors. So we need to stop with that savior complex and looking for something to come or somebody. We're right here. And having said that, anybody that used to my channel know the closing already. Peace, love, and coconut oil. Peace and love to the family.